Welcome once again to another beautiful edition of Market at the Sheds. And with me today, I've got a pioneer in Pretorian music, and this guy's been all over South Africa. His name is Mandla Ntlaks. So he's going to be telling us a little bit about himself and his music and what he's doing. Lebzasax.
Lebzasax.
Sharp is it?
Sharp.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Ntlaks.
Yes, my brother.
The journey.
Ntlaks the journey.
Ntlaks the journey.
That's the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you please tell the Market at the Sheds people more about Mandla Ntlaks?
Dumelang sanibonani apsheni nda. My name is Mandla Ntlaks, and I'm all the way from Mpumalanga. And I'm a musician, I'm a performer, I'm a theater practitioner. I'm a recording artist, I'm a music director, etc. Yeah. So that's me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Ntlaks, today you came to perform at Market at the Sheds.
Yes, sir.
I normally say to people that there is timeless music and people that keeps it alive. Mandla has been one of those performers that has been keeping the timeless music alive and interacting with the crowd on a different basis. Ntlaks, what would you say is one word to describe yourself and the kind of caliber of music that you do?
The son of the soul, an African artist.
Yes, it's Ntlaks.
That's Ntlaks.
Yeah.
Yes.
The man who can really make it happen.
Sure.
So, Ntlaks, this year alone, you've been traveling and doing a whole lot of music.
Yeah.
What has Ntlaks been doing this year that is so new to the industry?
I've started 2 different choirs, one gospel choir and the second choir is Igwijo choir, so we specialize in Igwijo music.
Okay.
Those are the 2 major things which I was planning to have my live DVD recording this year, but then I think the universe decided not to agree.
Okay.
So I chose to wait for the right time. So those are the 2 important things. But besides that, you know my dream, you know my vision, they know my vision, is that there is no South African or African legend who sings this kind of music.
Yes.
I'm here to sustain the music for
Sustain
all our legends. Yeah. I'm here to revive the music of our legends.
Yes.
So that will never stop.
Yes.
Yeah, your Brahima Sikela, Tsepo Tula, Papa Jonas Kwaba, music, as long as I'm still alive, that music will always continue.
And in your journey of music, you have met so many legends in the African jazz fraternity.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the likes of Tepotola, your Kaifas. What was it like, your first encounter, sharing a stage with so much big people? Because I know a lot of people get anxiety to say, oh my gosh, I'm going to be performing after this guy. Sometimes you had to perform after them. Sometimes you had to perform before them. What kind of pressure did it create on you?
I don't think, honestly, I had pressure because it has always been a dream for me. From the early age, when I was still in primary, when I started my first group, I was doing standard 1.
Okay.
Therefore, that's where I started with to have the imagination. I want to see myself performing with Tepotola in one of the good days. So already I worked like Michael Jackson. This is what when I read the story of Michael Jackson, the biography, he says, whenever he practices or rehearses, he can visualize and imagine the audience after my performance. So it's no longer a stress or to perform for that million audience because we imagined it before. So hence it was a dream for me, and I had to make sure that I chased that dream. So the first time I actually performed, the first legend I've shared the stage with, it's in Tate Tepotola.
Okay.
Which it has been my dream. So I started to imitate Tate Tepotola when I was doing standard 2, if not 3. So creating that thick voice, because he was an inspiration to me. And the first time I came to South African State Theatre, it was 2007, if not 2008. And for me, that was a dream come true.
Wow.
And I had, from there, it just went and went. I shared the stage with Papa Jonas Kwangwa, I've shared stage with Brahima Sikela. So to me, really, that I'm happy because my vision is clear.
Yes.
Some people might not understand my vision, but I'm clear of the vision, hence Ntlaks the journey. So the journey, I'm happy with it.
So now, I've seen a video where you're performing Beulah Land
Yeah.
with the choir. and your movement on stage, your imitation, and the voice. People, sometimes when you play a recording for someone and you're facing that other side. I remember I was playing a recording for you, or one of my producers. I was playing it for them. It's like, I'm saying to him, guess who's singing here? It's like, I'm like, watch the video. It's like, give me Beatles is the one that's singing. So, what does it do to you as an individual, having to craft a song word by word, and even when you sing somebody else's song, you need to attach to the emotion.
Right.
So, how has it been for you?
By the way, when I was doing Beulah Land, it was a memorial service here, Mama Winima Tigizela Mandela.
Okay.
So I was called to be one of the artists there with Oprah, Oliver Mdukuts. And I had to feature State Theatre Youth Choir because I was the director of State Theatre Youth Choir by then. So, to me, honestly, it's either I do it when I have to imitate a song of somebody. It's either I do it right as it is, or I do it far much better. But I need to make sure whatever that I do, it represents that person. So while we're still there, one of the comments that I always get, and I don't entertain that, is that when are you writing your songs? When are we going to hear you?
Yes.
And I'm saying these people, I don't believe go TV.
Okay.
I believe go theater. I believe on writing songs for people. There's a lot of my songs, but by the time the musical gets on. But it's unfortunate they don't know that I've written those songs, and that's why I know my vision. I'm clear with that one. So, those who want to hear my songs, let them come when I do shows like Night of Compositions. Let them come. And people who always ask such questions, they are musicians, which they never buy tickets to watch shows. They just come for the free shows and all that.
Yes.
So because I know the vision and I believe I'm on the right track,
yes.
I'm not shaken by any comments that comes.
And being a multifaceted person in the sense that I have seen you performing gospel.
Yeah.
I've seen your experience with Tshwane Gospel Choir, where you were singing a song without any instrument.
Yeah.
And there was just voices. I've seen you with the guys' band performing gospel songs.
Yeah.
So, being a versatile musician, what would you say throughout these years has been always a challenge for Mandla Ntlaks?
My brother, I need to be honest. Our industry, it's one of the most difficult industry. Difficult in ali ditsotsi tse ngata.
Yes.
In ali the sharks tse ngata. And now, honestly, I wouldn't advise any ngwana wa motswadi o mohore, please join us in this industry. You must have a strong heart. So I don't want, even today, I don't want people to call me I'm a gospel musician.
Yes.
I don't want people to say I'm an African musician. God has blessed me with a gift and a talent. He never said this talent is specifically for gospel. Don't use it anywhere else.
Okay.
That is why I Lebza. I think I'm one of the few. I perform Godi Tapong like nobody's business.
Yes.
Because if you are a Christian, you cannot always
Yeah.
it's impossible for me where already so I need to go to strange places according to our people, like tavern, like Europe to perform go Europe.
Perform, yes, I remember.
Most of people,
Or Blue Room.
there's people that I can show you, like who are close like this to commit suicide, but through a hymn, so I believe that's the purpose to be here. So I'm not doing this for myself, but it's a therapy. So my duty is to heal the nation.
And I saw the poster that was recently, you were performing in Capello.
Yes, sir.
And you were right when you're saying that sometimes the people can merge with the music and can actually help them through a journey, because you would find a person sitting in a club facing difficulties who has given up on the Christian lifestyle.
Yes, sir.
Who has given up and say, there's no solution in wherever that I'm going. But Halimputsa Tsepo yaka,
Yeah.
o performa da.
Yeah.
And that person is singing is like reviving him to say, reconcile with whatever that's happening
yes.
and go back to what. Mindlos, I'm very, very fascinated and I've been waiting for this interview all my life.
I know.
Because you are so busy, man. I remember us planning, saying we have to do this interview, we have to do this interview.
Oh, man.
But finally, God made it happen.
Yes, sir.
Mindlos, all the best in whatever that you're doing.
I'll never want this.
And ki rapela gore Modimo o fe maatla.
Thank you so much.
Because I think that's why I was saying save the best for last. You're the last performer here. And people will be waiting to hear Ntlaks. And every time I have an encounter with you is a journey in a different direction. I know you're Ntlaks the journey, but you're also taking me on a journey.
Thank you, sir.
Me, my family, and the Lebzasax and friends, you've been taking us through so much.
Appreciate it, man.
So what can we expect from Ntlaks in this coming months before the end of the year?
I believe after COVID, obviously most of us were not performing. So there's a lot of people who committed suicide during that time of COVID. Most families, their loved ones. And I believe I'm here. One of the songs that I'll be performing today, it's Hulukile Huluki. Because whether you like it or not, leave food. I can't go fall just like that.
Yes.
So, but I know through a song, you can be healed.
Yo.
So what I think the main purpose of today, it's a conversation through a song with the audience of Market at the Shed. That's all I want to do.
Thank you so much, Mandla. And I want you to know from our crew, from Market at the Sheds, we respect you very much and the caliber of music that you are doing. And I'm praying that God gives you strength throughout the journey. And I can't wait for your performance.
Thank you, sir.
Kotman, your social media platform, where can people stream your music? Where can people get your performances? Where can they have an encounter with Ntlaks?
Yeah. On Facebook, Mandla Ntlaks, and TikTok, Mandla Ntlaks, Instagram, Mandla Ntlaks. So I'll check on Ntlaks. I think I'm one of the few baling busy on Ntlaks.
You are the only
So
Ntlaks.
once we're in Ntlaks, once we're in Ntlaks, you'll find more information, especially now. Almost weekly I've got performances until next year March. So those one, but follower, I'm always available. Just talk to me and let's find a way how we can go together. Because I believe that I'm a doctor and I'm the patient and I believe my patient, they really believe in me.
Yes.
So why not? Let me carry them wherever I go.
Yes. Thank you so much,
I
Kotman.
appreciate it. Thank you.
You have heard him first time here on this interview, Market at the Sheds. We love him so much. Mandla Ntlaks, can't wait for his performance. And make sure that you tune in for his episode. We love you, Market at the Sheds.
Thank you.